Well, as Congress MP Jairam Ramesh has sharply criticized the Prime Minister as far as the end on the strikes that are now concerned, well, it seems that Donald Trump once again has now come out to claim credit for the same. Now, Donald Trump is the one who has been reiterating that it was the United States that mediated India-Pakistan ceasefire, and already we are looking at the opposition parties back home have been raising the question as to what exactly is the role that has been played by the United States. Now, here is Donald Trump there, who has repeated his claim regarding India-Pakistan conflict.
We stopped India and Pakistan from fighting. I believe that could have turned out into a nuclear disaster. And I want to thank the leaders of India, the leaders of Pakistan, and I want to thank my people also. We talked trade, and we said we can't trade with people that are shooting at each other and potentially using nuclear weapons. And they're great leaders in those countries, and they understood and they agreed.
Well, Sabyasachi, India has already made its stand very clear, but again, we are looking at similar kind of statement that has been made by President Donald Trump of this mediation. What do we make of this statement?
Well, see, time and again, U.S. President Donald Trump comes up with the statement that he's the one who mediated the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. Now, time and again, this claim has been rejected by the central government. In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself, in several occasions, had clarified that we are not going to be threatened by Pakistan's nuclear threat. And the time has changed, and the time right now is to retaliate. And if Pakistan strikes us by using terrorism, we would strike twice the force into Pakistan. Now, whether it is the DGMOs, whether it is the Foreign Secretary or the Foreign Minister, all of them have clarified the fact that there was no involvement of a third national, and the ceasefire talks happened between the DGMOs of the two countries, and the call was made from the Pakistani DGMO. Now, in fact, from the opposition side as well, whether it is Mr. Salman Khurshid or other leaders who are part of the delegation like Mr. Shashi Tharoor, all of them have agreed the fact that the ceasefire agreement happened between India and Pakistan and there was no involvement of the United States. But time and again, Mr. Donald Trump tries to take credit of the ceasefire, and this has given a lot of arm and ammunition to the opposition, specifically back in the country, where the Congress time and again says that this is becoming extremely embarrassing for the country, that time and again Mr. Donald Trump comes into record and claims credit for the ceasefire, whereas no answer comes in from the central government. But the Congress party is adamant on the fact that they would continue to raise question on the claims that are being made by the US President Donald Trump.
Right, but once again, he seems to be reiterating the very point that there has been mediation because of him as far as between India and Pakistan is concerned. But wasn't it also a point, Sabyasachi, as far as the leaders and the delegations, including when it comes to those countries that they have visited, which is also one of them being United States of America, having made this point clear, when we speak of the mediation and part of the US has only been to facilitate talks, but rather the mediation and the talks that happened between the ceasefire understanding was squarely bilateral between India and Pakistan only.